Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing before you tonight, appendix-free. This fresh, healthy, gorgeous, and beautiful body just spent the last 5 days bedridden at the hospital. I had had surgery. I was stuck. I was alone. I wasn't sure I would make it here tonight. But lucky for you all, I had had my suit pressed. Oh, yes. You're welcome. Oh. It was important for me to be here. I have a crucial bit of information to share. I am a genius. Not only am I a genius, but I am a sophomore. The word sophomore comes from the word sophis, which means wise. The second half of that word is not important at all because I am wise. Even that, however, seems like an understatement. I am a wise genius. A wise super genius. A wise super genius that knows all. Yes. I regularly demonstrate this impressive knowledge through my grades. Here at ANC, if you have a GPA of 90 or above, you are put on the honor roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never made honor roll. I have been in high school for a total of 5 terms, and all 5 of those terms, however, my honor has instead been mentionable. To achieve this, I've repeatedly had to accomplish a GPA of 89.9. 89.9. Let me tell you, this was hard to do, but being the all-knowing genius that I am, I managed to consistently pull it off. However, I do not limit my vast genius to the classroom. Oh no! Recently, I have successfully passed my driver's permit test, which basically means I'm a master of the road, all because I turned 16. I know! In fact, I loved demonstrating my knowledge so much, I took the test twice. Many of my friends are sophomores and are thus filled with this vast wisdom also. Frequently, we spend our days demonstrating our knowledge, the way many other geniuses do, by critiquing the films of people of a inferior intelligence. This quality time together is a good way to avoid any natural sunlit setting. To do this, we found ourselves a nice, dark basement with a large TV, a wide selection of films, and, of course, no windows. And as with anything teenagers do, watching a movie requires food. We of course cleared out the pantry of our beloved friend's home. We pillaged sodas, we swiped some chocolate milk, we grabbed some Swedish fish and plundered various chips. We then settled into our territorial chairs and began to watch the movie. Mission successful. Or so I thought. But what I didn't know is I had just opened a Pandora's box of chaos. I am a diabetic. Since, unlike me, most of you probably haven't memorized Grey's Anatomy, and I'm talking about the medical journal, not the television show. Allow me to explain what that means. Picture a seesaw. And I know it's a complicated metaphor, but bear with me. A seesaw balances. That is what it's meant to do. I'm sure I'm not the only one who panics the second his feet leave the ground as the seesaw gets higher. And I'm also certain that I'm not the only one who experiences the sheer, unadulterated terror when I feel I'm going to tumble off as the seesaw gets too low. This is the perfect, again, you're welcome, metaphor. My diabetes is like this seesaw. I keep my blood sugar down by taking insulin, but not too low by eating carbohydrates. That's Grey's Anatomy speak for sugars. Too high, too low, just right. It's been over 6 years since I was first diagnosed, so keeping this seesaw balanced has become pretty easy. But giving myself insulin has become instinctual. Back to the basement. We are eating. I give myself insulin, but 1 unit quickly turns into 4, and 4 turns into 7, and 7 turns into 9, and all I've had to eat is half a soda and a few Swedish fish. The seesaw is no longer safe and centered, but is bringing me down lower. As we continue to watch this movie, my hand starts to shake a little bit. Hey, could somebody please get me a soda? My blood glucose is dropping. Was how I meant to ask the group. What came out was a lot more disjointed and, as I am told, filled with the pleasant and oh so colorful language I use while driving stick with my mother. My friends laughed, but one of them gets up to get me a soda. He comes back with the soda and asks how I was. I'm totally tine. Totally tine. For those of you who are less wise than a sophomore, being totally tine is not totally fine. I was sliding completely off my seesaw. Someone get him some juice, one of them says. Should we call somebody? I tried to tell them not to call anyone in a totally tine sort of way, but all that came out was Within seconds, my friends had come back with half a dozen carb-filled juices, and about 10 minutes later, I was feeling pretty good. And about 10 minutes later, I was feeling fine. Actually fine this time. Totally fine. Now, let's return to my intelligence. To iterate, I am a sophomore, a wise person, a person with brains, brawn, courage, caring, honesty, kindness, and yes, alacrity. All of that being said, being a sophomore is not just a title for my wisdom. In fact, the second part of that word means fool. The truth is, I like when other people think I know it all. I think I can handle things all on my own. And all of that pride in myself blinds me to the fact that I do need help sometimes. Like I need to be conscious about balancing my insulin, I need to be able to handle things for myself, but also accept help from other people. This is a seesaw we all need to balance. In fact, the widely famous Serenity Prayer equates wisdom with the ability to balance it. And though I am a genius for many, many reasons, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you.